Hey everyone, welcome to the video. We're breaking down today's MLB main slate for DraftKings. I also have my cheat sheet ready and thought we could take a quick look at Plate IQ. Before we continue though, if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate that. Alright, so anyway, let's continue. At pitcher, I have Julio Urias, 8,700. The only thing I'm worried about here is the pitch count, because I know he's been a relief pitcher, but he's been an elite prospect for years. But he was great in the bullpen, but I just don't know how stretched out he's going to be. If he can go 5 to 6 innings versus the Giants. I said we love attacking left-handed pitchers versus the Giants. So far this year, it's been working almost with everybody. Even some guys I've never even heard of before. That 4,800 guy the other day. But he's a heavy favorite. Vegas isn't expecting many runs to be scored, and he should easily get the win. If he can go 5-6 innings, I could see almost near double-digit strikeouts. So no problem going there. Steven Matz, 8,300. I just love attacking the Marlins. It says Marlins, but it should be Marlins. It's a right-handed heavy lineup, but he actually has better strikeout numbers versus righties, and it's just a weak overall lineup, and it's a good pitcher's park. And Matt Strom, 9,200. I don't like the price, 9,200, but he's going to be a favorite. It's a low Vegas total, 7.5. Yeah, he's a heavy favorite. And, yeah, it's a pristine matchup versus the D-backs. They're not going to scare me at all. They have some left-handed bats in their lineup, too, so good for him as well. Just weak overall lineup, so no problem going there. At catcher, we have Wilson Ramos. He's just going to go against a lefty. I like him versus lefties. He's only 3,600. Should hit about 6'7". 236 ISO versus lefty. He's got a high WOBA, so, and Smith gives it more power to righties, so no problem with that. Wilson Contreras, 3,900. He's got better overall numbers versus lefties. Got near 200 ISO. I know Sean Newcomb's kind of a reverse splits pitcher, but I just like Contreras versus lefties. Then Chirinos at 4,100. That's a pretty big price tag, but I just love the right-handed bats in Houston tonight. He's got some power in his bat, but he does strike out a lot, so it's going to make him riskier. And he's going to hit lower in the order. At first base, we have Justin Smoke, 4,200. The Blue Jays really burned us yesterday. They had the high Vegas total going against a really bad pitcher, and they just couldn't hit a baseball. But that's what happens in MLB sometimes. It's high variance, but it's just another high Vegas total for Toronto, and Smoke can crush righties. He's got 260 ISO and 379 WOBA versus them. Justin Bour, 4,000. Felix Hernandez, he's giving up a 260 ISO versus lefties, which is insane. And he just gets absolutely hammered by them. So I have no problem with Bour. And he hits righties better, obviously. So then Trey Mancini, 3,900. He's projected to hit cleanup, and he smashes right-handed bats. He's got 346 ISO and 459 WOBA versus them. So I really like Trey Mancini, and he also hits the pitcher's main pitches very well. So second base, we have Jose Altuve. Couldn't leave him off, 5,200. Just love the right-handed bats versus Houston, for Houston, going against the lefty Smiley. Rougned Odor, 4,500. I don't know if a lot of people are going to play Peacock or not, but I don't like Peacock tonight. He gives up a massive 363 ISO to lefties, and Texas has a bunch of them like Chu, Gallo, Odor. So I could see some home runs being hit in that park tonight. Kike Hernandez, 4,000, the lefty specialist. Should be leading off, and Pomeranz gets crushed by righties, so no problem if you go there. At third base, we have Nolan Arenado, 4,800. He's a lefty killer. It's a bad park for hitting, however, but 377 ISO and here 500 WOBA versus left-handed pitchers. You can't ignore that. Justin Turner, 4,200. Just for the same reasons I like Kike, but Turner has actually better overall numbers, and he's a better hitter, and he should hit second, so no problem going there. Matt Chapman, 3,900. He's got great numbers versus left-handed sinkers, which is Price's main pitch, and he should be hitting second, so no problem if you want to go there either. At shortstop, Alex Bregman, 5,000. He's one of my favorite plays of the night. Just solid all-around numbers versus lefties, and just love the stack tonight. So if you're going to stack the Astros, you have to play him. Trevor Story, 4,700. Really the same reasons like Arenado. Kills lefties with a 351 ISO, but he does strike out more. And Carlos Correa, 4,800. Just give me those righties versus Smiley. That's all it is. High-priced outfield, we have Mike Trout, 5,600. Like usual, he's going to be the top play on the board. He's got 8 career home runs versus Felix. It's a lot of at-bats, but still, it's pretty good. And he just crushes his main pitch, which is the curveball. And George Springer, righty versus Smiley. He does have a home run off him in his career. And Joey Gallo, 4,800. As I said, Peacock really gives it up to left-handed hitters, so he hits the fastball and slider well, which is Peacock's main pitches too. So I think Joey Gallo could be a sneaky home run call. Well, not sneaky because it's Joey Gallo, but I don't think he's going to be high-owned or anything. And then in the mid-range outfield, we have Randall Grichuk and Teoscar Hernandez. Really the same reasons for both these guys. David Hess is trash, and These guys can both hit right-handed pitchers pretty well. They got some power. And then we have Malik Smith, 4,100. He should be leading off, and Stratton's nothing to be scared of, so don't mind if you go there. Just he doesn't have much power. And then the value outfield, we have Cole Calhoun. He's going to be leading off, and if he gets crushed by lefties, and he's hitting in front of Trout helps too. Gets him some pitches to hit. And Trey Mancini, he also is outfield eligible, so it gives him 2 spots. And Albert Almora, that's just if he's leading off. And then in the example lineup, I didn't really have much time to do a whole example lineup, so I just put some of the core plays in. So I like Madison Urias at pitcher, Mancini, Bregman, and Springer. I really like those guys tonight. And the top stacks are going to be the Astros and Blue Jays. And right above me, you can see the Vegas sheet right there. And let's go into plate IQ really quick. Okay. So just to show you a couple things, I like the Dodgers, obviously. Paul Moran's was really bad last year. And as you can see, versus right-handed hitters, he gets absolutely smashed. He doesn't have one positive thing going for him. Massive ISO. And Justin Turner and Kike Hernandez match up very well, as you can see right there. And then I want to look at Houston. So Smiley didn't play last year, so he doesn't have the data, but these guys hit left-handed pitching very well. As you can see, Bregman's got good numbers all around. Springer, I know Altuve doesn't have much power, but he's just a solid contact hitter, and he can do just about everything. And Correa, just not the best numbers versus lefties, but he's also he's an elite player, so I have no problem going with that. And the Rangers. So Peacock is a good pitcher, but if you look at his splits versus lefties, he really struggled versus them, especially that massive ISO. So that's why I'm really thinking Gallo, Chu, and Odor could be good plays tonight. If you look at Gallo, so versus the right-hand slider, which is going to be Peacock's strikeout pitch, he has a 254 ISO and just good numbers all around versus that. So I think Gallo is a good play. And if you look at the fastball, obviously it's going to be pretty insane for Gallo. Almost a 400 ISO. So I really think Gallo could knock one out of the park tonight. Not out of the park, but you know what I mean. Also like the Toronto bats, as I said. David Hess is really bad. It's really nothing good going for him. It gives up a ton of power. So I don't mind going with Grichuk, Hernandez, Smoke, little mini stack right there. Smoke probably my favorite play of that bunch. And then if we look at why I like Mats. Just Miami hitters versus left-handed pitching. They have no power at all. There's only one guy that's got over a 300. That's got even over like 160 ISO, and it's O'Brien, and he's hitting 7th, and that's only in 14 plate appearances, so it's not even that big of a sample size. You'll see he's worse versus right-handed bats, but he actually strikes them out more, and there's just no one that really scares me. I mean, Castro is probably their best player, but nothing too intimidating there. And if we look at the San Francisco lineup versus lefties, you guys know how bad they are. There's absolutely nothing. I mean, we got Michael Reed, Connor Joe in the lineup. It's just pitiful. I mean, and these numbers for Urias were out of the bullpen, so the strikeout rate's insane, and the xFIP is insane. So I mean, he's a good pitcher. I just don't know how stretched out he's going to be, but I like the guy. And yeah, if you guys can see the Arenado and Story numbers versus lefties. It's pretty insane. 2 of the best left-handed mashers in the game. Essentially insane numbers. And some of the Angels I like. I don't mind the 1-2-3 stack for the Angels. As you can see, Felix Hernandez numbers versus lefties just absolutely terrible. Gets crushed by them. So I don't mind if you go with Calhoun, Bohr, and Trout. Little mini stack there. Trout obviously being the best play of the bunch. Just absolutely insane numbers. 328 ISO versus the righties. And if you look at his main pitch, the curveball, just kills those as well. So, love the Angels there. Let's see. Yeah, well, I'll show you Chapman. I do like Chapman. Then I got to get out of here. So if you look at Price's main pitch, it's the sinker. and Chapman crushes those. So I have no problem if you go there. Alright guys, it's going to be it for the video. If you have any questions, you can comment below. Remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and good luck today.